Are you struggling to manifest a healthy relationship? Maybe your partner isn't fully conforming, like 1 second they're modeling your new beliefs and then the next they're back in the old negative patterns. Maybe they won't commit to you, but it's like back and forth. Maybe they're super hot and cold. Maybe it's breadcrumbing. Maybe it's ghosting. Maybe it's blocking. Whatever. If things just aren't sticking and you can tell that there are blocks and resistance and you just can't figure out what's going on with you, here's an exercise that I personally created for myself, and it helped me identify so much, heal so much, become at peace with so much, and release old negative narratives for myself. So hi, my name is Alex, talking about manifestation. I'm hearing my dog jingle a bell, and I don't own jingle bells, so that's confusing to me. My pets frequently like to confuse me while I'm recording, but I talk about manifestation on this channel. I absolutely love taking requests. This one is not a request, but rather something that I thought of sharing with you, so I'm going to get into it. I wrote down my steps for this exercise. It's pretty simple in terms of the steps. Where it gets tricky is that it's most effective when you can fully be compassionate, open, and vulnerable with yourself and in this exercise. So one easy way before we get started on the steps here to identify if this exercise is going to benefit you, or just know that it will definitely benefit you, if you ever find yourself having like random daydreams, random thoughts, intrusive thoughts, however you want to call it, about running into your exes and what you would say to them, like, or feeling the need to say something if you run into them. This is something that I was finding. It was like I could just tell that there was something unresolved in my past, because I would find myself, wanting to start dating, but then feeling like, oh my gosh, like, what if I run into this ex with my new partner? Like, what do I say? And the fact that I needed to have a script in my mind was telling me that there was something that was not at rest and at ease there, and there was something to look at. So first, excuse me, still recovering from being sick a bit ago. So the first thing you're going to do is I want you to run down a list of all your exes that you have some attachment to. This can be positive and negative. I know I said that this is going to help you remove negative things, but there is absolutely so much benefit to incorporating positive exes and stories into this exercise. But you definitely want to get the negative ones listed. So if you've had at any point negative feelings towards a person, towards your ex, I would put them down. Even if you feel that it's resolved, I would still put them on this list and go through the exercise with them. So either make a list physically or mentally, but don't skip anyone just because you want to believe that there's nothing to be addressed there. Now, if you're truly not ready to address something, that's totally different. Take your time, but maybe make a list of those people too, just so you know where you're at with your process. But if you're curious if you have something to address with someone, add them to the list, and you're going to find out in this exercise. Now, I want you to start wherever you want on your list, whatever feels right to you. You are going to get into a calm state where you're going to be diving just a little bit deeper into your subconscious. So this can be with eyes closed, open, whatever gets you into kind of like a meditative state. If you are going to tap into visualizing or feeling in your body, that kind of thing, you want to get into a state like that. For me, I close my eyes, take a few deep breaths, really feel that breath, relaxing all the tension in the various areas of my body. I scan my body for the areas where there might be tension, and then I'm usually relaxed after doing that for like 30 seconds, but take your time with it. You could do yoga and get into a gentle pose, put some gentle music on, whatever, set the mood for yourself. But you're going to start wherever you want on your list, and then you're going to envision, in whatever situation is most comfortable for you, that you're sitting down with this ex. And for me, it was almost like, I don't know the YouTube channels, but they do like these interviews where, like people are just sitting in two chairs right across from each other, and the room is just black, and there's like a spotlight. Sorry, I think my audio cut. Sorry, my audio is glitching. Okay, so just whatever scenario is most comfortable for you. You guys could be sitting at a couch, you could be at a restaurant, you could be on a park bench. For me, it's sitting in a chair across from a person and there's just like spotlights on us. Everything else is black, nothing else to focus on but them, their facial features, their body language, their energy. Now, you want to make sure that you feel safe. If you have some really negative things to bring up, make sure that you feel safe and that you're working at your comfort level. To do any sort of healing, it's like stretching. You want there to be discomfort, but you don't want to be truly causing yourself pain and further damage. So really make sure that you're honoring yourself here. So you're going to envision sitting down with them. Then I want you to get in touch with how you're feeling in your body just sitting down with them or standing with them, whatever you're choosing. Because you're this close to them. You're about to have a very intimate conversation with them. This is going to be a vulnerable space. I really want you to like drop into your heart as much as you can. And I want you to go over the way that you are feeling right then and express it to them, and just how you're feeling, how they've made you feel, the things that you felt, right? Because we don't need to place blame, but it's a safe space for you to get out all of your feelings. Anything that you didn't get to express in the relationship, or maybe you expressed it and you didn't feel heard and that the message was received or valid in it. So you're going to get all of these feelings out, just like you're having a really heart-to-heart conversation with this person. And once you really feel the weight of releasing this expression, and that they are really hearing you and hearing what you have to say to them, let that sink in, and then extend to them the grace and understanding and compassion that you just received yourself. Hear how it makes them feel to hear your feelings, and then listen to their feelings as well, the way that they felt. For me, this usually plays out, like I express the way that things made me feel in the relationship, and then it's almost like they're just doing the same thing and sharing what they were struggling with, what blocks they had. And also there's usually a conversation when I do this exercise about how they were showing up to the best of their ability given my beliefs, right? What I felt I deserved, how I manifested their behavior, and then also what things they were struggling with and how they were truly doing their best just as I was doing my best, and that these things that we've moved on from, no longer serve us or no longer our best selves. But really hearing what their struggle was, their blocks, because we're all connected and we're all part of the same consciousness down at the root. And I know that can be confusing when we're still working on feeling valid in our own healing. But the more and more that I have sunk into my healing and gotten really, really deep with it, the more I've been able to hold compassion for the people that participated in my wounding, and played out those dynamics and negative stories with me. So see if you can just really hold a compassionate witness for yourself, your feelings, for this other person and their feelings, and have the conversation until it feels settled, or at least at a stopping point, and then move to the next person. So do this exercise in whatever format works best for you, however long works best for you. Take breaks, break it up into days, weeks, months. I don't, whatever is best for you, but I wanted to share this exercise with you guys. It's something that was very profound in my healing, and it showed me clear areas where I was still holding on to certain dynamics, because when we're trying to let these things go, we have to stop telling ourselves the old story, because a version of us is still playing it out. I know I'm not going to get into the physics and dimensional realities of that, but there are so many versions of us that exist on different frequencies and in different dimensions. And when we still say to ourselves, oh, that ex did blah, 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 or that relationship was this, or, I was a victim in this way in that relationship, there is literally a version of you, energetically, if not physically. It's hard to comprehend when I'm just experiencing the one body that I'm conscious of, at least, but there is a version of you that is experiencing that, because you are still telling yourself that story, and you will not be able to fully integrate it and heal until you release that narrative and put it to rest, basically, and let it dissolve and heal. So let me know if you have questions about this or questions about something else. I absolutely love taking your requests. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know how you're doing in the comments. Let me know if there's something you want me to talk about in the comments. Subscribe if you want to hear more, and I will see you in the next video.